Last week I cancelled every single paid AI subscription I had. ChatGPT Plus, gone. Claude Pro, gone. Gemini Advanced, gone. About $60 a month, deleted. And here's the part that sounds like a scam but isn't. I didn't lose access to any of it. I replaced all of it with one free setup running on my own PC, pulling from the official free tiers these same companies already hand out. 16 AI providers, one dashboard, $0 a month. Let me show you exactly how, and more importantly, the catch nobody making these videos will tell you. Quick promise so you know this is worth your time. I'm not going to hand you a hyped-up cancel everything, AI is free now fantasy. I actually run this stuff every day, so by the end you'll know 3 things. Exactly how to stack every major lab's free tier behind a single endpoint on your own machine. The real, step-by-step version. The honest catch, the rate limits, and the privacy bit the tutorials quietly skip. And the part that actually matters, who this is genuinely for and who should just keep paying. Because for some of you, $20 a month is the smartest money you spend. Stick around for that because it'll save you from a very common, very annoying mistake. So here's the problem this solves. Right now, if you want the good models, every lab wants its own monthly cut. ChatGPT Plus is about $20. Claude Pro, about $20. Google's AI plan, about $20. Want a fast open model too? Another subscription. It stacks up fast. You end up paying 4 or 5 companies every month for tools you each use a little. Call it the AI tax. But here's what almost nobody acts on. Every one of those labs, Google, Groq, NVIDIA, Mistral, GitHub, and a dozen more, already gives away a free tier of the exact same models. A few million tokens a month, a few thousand requests a day, no credit card. The catch was always that each one is a separate account, a separate key, a separate set of rules. Managing 14 of them by hand is a nightmare until somebody wrapped the whole mess into one thing. It's an open source project called FreeLLMAPI, and the idea is genuinely clever. It runs as a little server on your own computer, and it stacks the free tiers of 16 different AI providers behind one single endpoint. Google's Gemini, Groq, Cerebrus, NVIDIA, Mistral, GitHub models, which gets you GPT-class models for free, plus about 10 more. Your apps don't talk to 16 different services with 16 different keys. They talk to one address on your machine, and it figures out the rest. The project advertises something like 1.7 billion tokens a month combined across all those free tiers, and I'll be honest about what that number really means in a second. It's open source, it's sitting at around 9,000 stars on GitHub, and the whole thing is one command to install. So how does it actually work? Think of it as a smart switchboard for AI. Every time your app sends a request, the router looks at all your connected providers, picks the best one that's available, and sends it there. If that provider is busy, or you've hit its free limit for the minute, and you will, it doesn't just fail. It silently falls over to the next provider in your chain. Your app never even notices. And the genuinely useful part, it speaks the same language as OpenAI's API. So anything already built to use ChatGPT, any app, any coding tool, Open Web UI, your own scripts, you just change one line, the address it points at, and suddenly it's running on your free stack instead. One key instead of 16, that's the magic. Now, the catch. Here's what the hype videos leave out, and it's the most important part. That 1.7 billion tokens is the advertised ceiling across all 16 free tiers added together. In the real world, every one of those tiers is rate limited. Groq gives you around 1,000 requests a day, Google's fast model around 1,500, GitHub's GPT model more like 50. Plenty for tinkering, learning, side projects, the odd script. Not enough to quietly run a business on, and that's by design. These are free tiers, not a free lunch. Second, and people get this wrong constantly, this is not private local AI. Your keys and the router live on your machine. Yes, but when you send a prompt, the actual thinking still happens on Google's servers, or Groq's, or GitHub's. The same as if you'd paid them. If you need true privacy, that's a different setup. Running the model itself locally, like the Odysseus build I did last week. And third, you are juggling a lot of free accounts, and free tiers change. Google already tightened theirs this year. So it's brilliant, it's free, and it has limits. All 3 are true at once. Okay, enough theory. Here's it actually working on my machine. This is the dashboard. I've added a handful of free keys: Google, Groq, GitHub, and they're all showing healthy. Now I'll go to the built-in playground, set the model to auto, and just ask it something. Watch the bottom of the reply. It tells you exactly which provider served it and how fast. There, Gemini under a second. Let me hammer it again. This time the router decided Groq was the better pick. And look at that speed, that's their custom hardware. It's genuinely faster than most paid setups. I didn't choose the provider. It did, automatically, based on who was free and fast right then. That's the whole experience. You ask, it routes, you get an answer, and your monthly bill stays at zero. For learning prompt engineering, building side projects, or just having a capable AI on tap without a credit card, this is honestly fantastic. So here's my honest scorecard, and it's the bit I really want you to take away. If you're a student, or you're learning, or you're building side projects and prototypes, or you're just a curious person who wants to play with these models without a subscription, cancel away. This is genuinely all you need, and it's free forever. But if AI is the tool you do your actual job with every single day, if you need it to just work instantly every time with no rate limit walls in the middle of a deadline, then $20 a month is not the thing to cheap out on. That's the mistake I warned you about. People rip out a tool that earns them hours every day to save $20 and then waste those hours fighting free tier limits. Be honest with yourself about which one you are. The free stack is a brilliant tool. It's just not the right tool for every job, and pretending otherwise is exactly the kind of hype I'm trying to cut through. If you've decided you're in the free camp, here's the whole thing in 3 steps. 1. Install it. You need 2 things on your PC, Node and Git. Then it's a single command to clone the project and start it up. If you've never touched a terminal, it's genuinely copy-paste. I'll drop the exact commands below. 2. Add a couple of free keys to get going. Don't do all 16 at once. Start with Google's Gemini for capability and Groq for raw speed. Each one is a 2-minute, no-card sign-up. You paste the key into the dashboard. Done. Add more later if you hit limits. 3. Point your tools at it. Grab the single key the dashboard gives you, change the address in whatever app or script you use, and you're running on your free stack. That's it. 15 minutes, start to finish, and your AI bill is 0. So, can you actually replace your AI subscriptions for free? For a lot of you, yes, completely, today. For some of you, you shouldn't. And now you know which one you are, which is the part that actually matters. If you want the exact setup, the commands, and my list of which free keys are worth grabbing first, comment the word free and I'll send it straight over. Subscribe if you want this stuff straight. What's genuinely worth it? What's hype? Tested by someone who actually uses it all day, every day. And if you want true private AI that runs entirely on your own machine, watch the one I did last week, where I replaced ChatGPT with PewDiePie's free local model. Next time, I let an AI run my whole inbox for a week. See you in that one.